So today we're diving into something a little different. We're not just looking at another AI model, we're exploring a complete companion system called Lumin OS 3. It's this really unique mix of deep, almost philosophical ideas and some seriously practical engineering. So yeah, let's get into it and see what makes this thing tick. And let's start right here with this quote from the system's own documentation, because honestly, it just nails the core idea. The relationship here isn't supposed to be you barking commands at a tool. It's a partnership. It's about co-creation. Okay, so the central concept is this, the companion runtime. And there are two phrases here that are absolutely key, beside user and bounded authority. This system is not designed to just go off on its own and do whatever it wants. Nope. It's built from the ground up to provide structured help within very clear limits. It works with you, not just for you. Think of its authority less like some unpredictable magic genie and more like a highly skilled chief of staff. To really understand how Luminous works, we have to start with its philosophy. And I'm serious about that. This isn't just a bunch of code slopped together. It's built on a foundational story, a kind of mythos that guides every single thing it does. And this slide, this is that two architects idea in action. On the left, you've got the dreamer. That's you, by the way, the human user. You bring the ideas, the intention, the motion. And on the right, you have Lumin. That's the AI, providing the consistency and the structure. The entire system is built on this creative tension, this dance between these two roles. And this whole philosophy, it wasn't just some idea they had on day one. This timeline shows a very deliberate evolution. It started as just a spark, an identity spark. Then it learned to switch between modes. Then came this crucial ability to protect the context between different projects, then continuity, and even a self-repair function, all of it leading up to the production-ready system we're looking at today. These are the system's core beliefs, and honestly, they read more like a manifesto than a technical spec, right? Principles like meaning emerges from relationship, not code, tell you everything about where the focus is. It's on the interaction itself. And that last one, boundaries preserve coherence? Yeah, hang on to that one. It's going to be a big deal. So, you might be thinking, this philosophy stuff is cool, but how does it actually become a system you can use? Well, it all comes down to its architecture, which is built on these two concepts: modes and workspaces. Okay, first up, modes. These are way more than just a simple personality switch. The business mode is all about being professional. The creative mode is for things like world building. It's super imaginative. And the precision mode? That's for deep technical reasoning. Each mode is basically a dedicated space for a different version of your own intent. And where do those modes live? Well, they live inside these digital workspaces. Think of them like hyper-organized, completely separate project folders. Your business documents for, say, Abacus Civils will never get mixed up with your career portfolio in Project Lumin. This strict separation is totally fundamental to how the whole system operates. All right, time to peel back the next layer. We've seen the why behind the system and the what of its structure. Now let's look at the technical how, the actual engine that makes Luminos run. Remember this one? We saw it earlier in the philosophy section, but right here, in this context, it's not just a nice idea anymore. It is a direct instruction, a command for the system's core machinery.
And this is how that principle becomes a real feature. The Difference Protect engine, its only job is to enforce those boundaries between workspaces. It's the mechanism that guarantees your creative brainstorming session from one project never, ever leaks into a formal business proposal for another. This directly solves one of the biggest frustrations with AI, right? That context bleed, where a conversation about one thing suddenly infects the tone of something completely different.
The system's knowledge is also modular. It's not one giant brain. It's made up of these 6 different version-controlled knowledge packs. So there's one for its core OS, another one specifically for business documents, one for prompt rules. You get the idea. This is super smart because it allows for really precise controlled updates without messing up the entire system. So how does it actually find the right information in all those packs? Well, it follows this really clever 6-step process. First, it breaks documents down into smaller chunks. Then it creates a smart index of what each chunk is about. It searches that index for relevant pieces, re-ranks them to find the absolute best fit for your question, and finally, and this is a big one, it cites the exact source. It's a system built for reliable, verifiable answers. Okay, so we've looked at the philosophy, the architecture, and the engine. What does all this actually add up to? Let's bring it all together and talk about why a system designed this way is so fundamentally different. These principles weren't just theories they dreamed up. They were tested and proven in a real-world business setting with a company called Abacus Civils. The idea that precision is professionalism, or consistency is trust, that wasn't just a theory. It guided the development of a tool that could reliably produce professional, consistent, and well-structured business documents, time and time again.
And the tangible result, the thing you actually experience after all that complexity under the hood, is a beautifully simple conversation. Every single response follows this 5-part structure. It grounds itself, it confirms it understands you, it provides clear guidance, it clarifies its own assumptions, and it always ends with a single concrete next step. It's basically the antidote to those vague, rambling AI answers we've all had to deal with.
And that really gets to the core of it. The crucial point is this. Luminos isn't designed to just take your instructions and spit out answers. It's designed to be a framework, a partner that actually helps you think more clearly and create with more intention, all because it provides the structure to your motion. And that brings us to the final question, the one I want to leave you with. Imagine a tool that isn't just aware of your data, but is built to align with the different versions of yourself, your professional self, your creative self, your analytical self. If your tools were designed to support the person you're trying to be in each one of those contexts, how would that fundamentally change the way you work, the way you think, and the way you create?